I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. A nice little gift there to start the ball game as they will begin things at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, set.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. His throw incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Ready?
And they'll go for it. Lance. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football here as they force the INT. The game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. On 2nd down now. Rivers. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Packers at 2 and 3 here to begin the new season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. excellent job by them defensively.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Lance now on first down. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And I saw the pressure coming out. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tonyan. Down inside the 10. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And Lance will try again on 2nd down. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Chase Young in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We don't see it miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers again now. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Right, 97. Ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Ready, set.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Here's Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, Rivers, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Rodgers now to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On play action, Lance. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So failure to connect on second down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Lance. Able to connect with Dotson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Lance looking to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And Lance now to throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Lance going to throw. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35. Throwing now is Lance. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I don't know about you.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now Lance. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Throwing on first down is Lance. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun, Lance. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Past the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
And complete once again to Watson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Throwing is Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Second down at 4.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on second and 8. Lance, complete. It's Dotson. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Stiff-armed him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hands it off out of the gun. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action.
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Okay, right.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Lance.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Here we go, set. Hey, move.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. To throw is Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll be out right at the 35. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got the hook up with Downs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
Let's go.
Here's Lance. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
6, 7.
Lance now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Second down, here's an option right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. 7 yards there and a first down. Rodgers now to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson picks up his second sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Watson making the catch. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 72 yards on the ground for him so far.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And they take a knee. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Lions, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.
You're in the presence of the realest essence of being served and lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper. They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can S-double-E, cause I need your eyes on me. Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can S-T-O-P. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in. No, I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Fourth down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we can get. That's a little money and a trophy.